Welcome to Down the Middle Podcast Battlers. Joel and H. How are you, brother?
I'm good, mate. This week's gone pretty quick, actually. I was saying to one of the boys at work, I went, fuck, Thursday already. Tomorrow, Friday, weekend.
I'm in holiday mode, mate. I'm just cruising. So I've had a long week. It's been nice.
That's good. You got another week as well, mate.
Yeah, well, someone's got to do it. We just had a nice little pre-record session. We did a lot of talking there. We got a lot of stuff out there. That was good.
100%.
Prepping. Big episode. Big episode for anyone that's watched or looked at the socials today. Put up a post. We've got something special for next week. We might do 2 episodes next week, H. I think
it will have to be.
We'll do a special and the usual episode. So we've got something special lined up. We will announce that in a moment. The Masters was last week, so we're going to touch on the Masters too. That was good. And yeah, then we'll just talk about the footy. There's been a bit of news in the footy too over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So
two major signings.
Two major signings. We'll get to that.
But
H, I forgot my who am I, but do you have a career paths?
I do, mate. I've got, thankfully,
the backbone of this podcast, mate.
Prepared. I've got 3. So
what am I on? I was on
grunt work of this week, mate.
Am I?
That probably would have been good, actually, if it could keep track.
I think you wrote it down. I think I'm 4 from 6 or 5 from 6.
4 from 5. I think you've only got 1 wrong.
4 from 5, maybe. There you go. 4 from 5. And you reckon these weeks are hard?
This week is hard.
So, I'm not very good as it is.
That's all right. I don't know who to start with.
Give me the hardest one first.
You want the hardest one? All right. You want the hardest one? Okay. No worries. He was going to be last, but
actually, give me the easiest one first. Give me an easy. Give me a layup first.
Okay.
Don't give me the hospital pass first.
Right, yeah. And this time I've actually included how many games they played during each stint.
That doesn't help, mate.
It won't help at all, but I'll just.
Are these current players? No, they're previous players, aren't they?
No current players.
That doesn't help me. That's not.
No current players. You're going to have to log in this one.
Okay. I might need some tips. Okay. Phone of friends, maybe. Go for it.
Right, mate. This person made their debut in 2004 for the Sydney Roosters.
Okay.
Playing a total of 1 game. So his debut game. Then he got transferred to the Manly Sea Eagles in 2006 to 2007.
Mm-hmm.
He had 1 year off in 2008 to then go back to the Manly Sea Eagles in 2009 to 2013.
Right.
And then he played for the Storm in 2014. And then he finished his career for your beloved Dragons in 2015. 2015.
And he came from the Storm and the Sea Eagles before that.
So, yeah.
He debuted for the Chookies, 1 game. What did he do in that year off at the Sea Eagles?
Nothing. So it was actually just a year off.
His contract just ran out, and then
I think so.
Can you give me what position he plays? I feel like he's a forward.
He's a forward.
A bench forward, by the sounds of it.
And he did play for New South Wales.
Played for Newey. The Storm, then the Dragons, 2014 to 2015. That's probably when this jersey's from, actually. Channel something, Joel. Channel something.
Well, the next tip might make it a little bit easier. He is current connection with Tim Zoo.
Oh, Yeah, Georgie Rose.
Georgie Rose, there we go.
Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, okay. How many years did he play at the Storm for?
One. I thought it was more.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah,
he had a big stint at Manly. Debuted
yeah.
for the Roosters. I like this game because you just find out stuff that you had either didn't know or had forgotten.
Actually, to get these three people, I went the top forgotten NRL players.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I wanted to throw a bit in there, mate. So
George, I'll tell you what, Georgie Rose, him and his brother are doing very well for themselves now
no
with
limit,
the
very no
fighting.
limit, mate.
Yeah, no
Yep,
limit. They're going gangbusters at the moment.
100%,
Has Tim Zoo
definitely.
fought yet, or is that coming up?
No, yeah, unfortunately lost
Oh, that's
in
right. That
America.
was a couple of weeks ago. That's right.
His brother's fighting next week. That's probably what you've been saying.
That's
Really.
what I was thinking. Yes. Yep. Okay. Give me number two.
So moving on to the second one, mate. This player made his debut in 1999 to 2000 for the Parramatta Eels.
Okay.
Right? And then he had 2 years off and played for the Sydney Roosters
I hate that
in
shit.
in 2002 to 2003.
Hmm.
Then he went back to the Eels in 2004 to 2010.
Okay.
Then he had 3 years off.
What's this shit?
Played for the Cronulla Sharks in 2014.
And that was his final year.
And that was his final year. He's also played the country and New South Wales.
Yeah, and probably Group 6 and Group 7 as well.
No. But
Country and New South Wales.
and I think he might have played for Australia as well, maybe. I'd have to
Started in 99 at the
start
Eels,
in
went to the Chookies a couple of years later, back to the Eels, and then finished up at the Sharkies. Jeez Louise.
Yep. He had one appearance for Australia.
One. What position is he? A back?
He is a back.
No, this one stumped me. Finishing at the Sharks.
He's got a famous dad. Famous NRL dad. Famous NRL dad. He's just a center / winger.
Famous NRL dad. Oh, let me just think of
He's
all the dads that have ever played NRL.
He's full of tattoos.
Full of tattoos. A lot of them are, mate. Started at the Eels, went to the Chooks. Then back to the Eels, full of tattoos. Freaking hell. I don't know, mate. I got nothing there.
Don't want to have a guess? No guesses out there?
I can't. The years off have killed me. And starting back in 99, that's shot me. That's almost too far away. I need something in the 2000s. I might need to make a rule on that.
Well, the player is Eric Growth Jr.
Oh, he does have a famous NRL dad. God damn it. And you know what? He's full of tattoos. Shit. That's a good one. I like that. Did he finish at the Sharkies?
Yeah, so he came back and played like 3 games and he got injured.
I actually really like that one.
And
now that I know who it is.
The next clue was he is actually involved with the Cam Rams in
Group 6. That I would have got it then.
That's why I didn't want to give it to you.
Damn it. He coaches the girls team, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think his wife plays. Maybe not this year, but definitely last year.
God damn. Okay. Well done, Eric. He played for Australia, did he?
One game.
One game. Hey, that's playing.
Right.
I'm sure he's got a jersey. All right, hit me with the hard one.
This is the hardest one, and right, he debuted in 1999 to 2002.
I already hate it.
For the Brisbane Broncos.
Okay.
And then he made a switch over to rugby union and played for the Waratahs in 2003 to 2009.
That's not helping.
And then he moved to England for union in 2009 to 2010. I'll skip past that one pretty quick. Then he came back to the beloved NRL for the West Tigers in 2010 to 2013.
Mm.
And then he finished his career in 2014 with the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Started at the Bronx, then went and played Union.
Played for the New South Wales Waratahs.
Who did he finish with?
The Rabbits in 2014.
Lottie Takiri.
Boom. Well
yes. Yes. Was that
done.
the hard one?
No,
you switched it up.
I didn't think you would click into him. Because my first clue would have been a centre/winger. And then it would have been he's got different hair to everyone. He's sort of different. Because I didn't want to say dreadlocks because then
that would have been pretty easy. That would have been pretty easy. I got that one.
So very nice.
I drove past Lottie Takiri on the way to he was going into the city for a West game actually once. Yeah. There you go.
Very nice.
Little tidbit.
There you go, mate. Well, Tally's up to 6 from 8. So,
yeah. The Georgie Rose, you helped me out a fair bit there, but that's all right. I'll take that one.
That's why I'm like, you know what? I've got to try and make them a little bit hard, but not too hard. So then I'm going to actually bring a rule. I'm only going to give you 2 clues at the end.
That's okay. I'll take that. As long as 1999 is as far back as I can go.
Oh yeah, no. It's because
unless they're a superstar. No, actually, not
you know what? These guys are sort of well known, sort of, for things. But there you go.
Oh, that was good. I liked that. Reach out, battlers, if you got those players before me. Actually, a bit of listener feedback. So when I first did the Who Am I, the first one was Tommy Dearden. I was watching, must have been Cowboys, Tigers. Were they playing against each other the other week? I don't know, whatever. But I was watching a footy with a friend of the show, Kyle, and I told him, I'm going to do Who Am I? He's like, yeah. And he goes, what about Tom Dearden? I said, yeah, okay, no worries. He messaged me when the episode came out, and he goes, oh, geez, Tommy Dearden was a bit hard. I thought it was such and such. I said, mate, you're the one that told me to do him. He's like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm like, you're the only person that should have got it straight away, you idiot. Anyway, there you go. Shout out, Kyle. Let's look at last week's footy real quick. Like we said before, we're doing our down the middles, down the M's points. So we're going to stick to our leading sort of 3-pointers for each game from last week and just look over the scores. First game on Thursday, the Knights were, I thought, unlucky to lose to the Chookies, going down 20 to 22. I had my 3-pointer as Callum Ponga. I think the Knights really struggle without Kalen, and Eddie played pretty good. If you look back through his stats, especially, his stats were pretty good. Who'd you have your 3-pointer?
Mate, I had Bradman Best. Callum Ponga actually didn't hold for me. So there you go.
I had Best as a 1, and anyway, mine in for 2. But yeah, no, I think Callum Ponga, he's a superstar. Friday, first game, Doggies unlucky to lose to the Storm, 16-14. They were up for a fair bit there, and then that late try from the Storm. My 3-pointer, I gave it to Josh Adokar. I thought in a losing side, he busted his ass and scored all 3. Yes, scored all 3 tries. Pretty good.
Yeah, another hat-trick into his career. And also, mate, I did go Josh Adokar. I think that was a pretty simple one for that game.
I base that also off the fact, a lot of the time winning teams get the 3 points. But realistically, Storm only won in that last couple of minutes. So
it wasn't.
Second game Friday, Broncos 28 over the Dolphins 14. Dolphins probably brought back to reality after leading the comp for a fair bit. I had my 3 points to Cobbo, Selwyn Cobbo. He's finding some form, I think.
Mate, I also had Cobbo for my 3 points, and I think the early injury to the hammer hurt the Dolphins' chances in that game as well. So
Yeah. Well, the
could have been maybe a little bit of a different game.
Hammer leading out DTMs, obviously, because he has been so influential in every single game so far this year. So, yeah. First game, Super Saturday, the first draw for the year. This one surprised me, especially I was sort of just watching the updates and watching bits and pieces throughout the game. I've sort of missed the last, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15. And that's obviously when DWZ scored pretty much right on the buzzer. Did you watch it?
I did, mate. The last 20 seconds of that first half was I thought Luke Brooks had a West Tigers jersey on, just throwing them
Oh,
miracle
no.
passes, trying too hard. A pass that absolutely wasn't necessary, and then DWZ ran at halftime, and that pretty much changed the game, really.
Yeah.
But mate, my 3 points went to the bloke on the return, Charles Nickel Clockstad.
Yeah, nice.
You wouldn't think he had wouldn't missed a game this year the way that you would have looked at him, but tremendous.
Yeah. I had Sean Johnson in that one. Second game, Eels 27 over the Cowboys 20. I watched a fair bit of that one too. I ended up giving my 3 points to Drinkwater. I think after I bagged him out the other week for dropping every single ball that was kicked to him, he's really picked up his pace, picked up his game as well. And yeah, he's going great guns. In a losing side, I thought he was pretty good.
100% agree with pretty much exactly what you said. I gave him 3 points as well.
Yeah, nice. A very convincing win for me. The Sharkies 34 over the Rabbitohs 22. Probably didn't want to let the Rabbitohs score that many points, H, but again, if you score
Last 10
34, it
minutes.
doesn't really matter.
No. Oh, look, I thought it was a bit of a danger game, like I did say last week. I wasn't as confident as sort of everyone else sort of was around with just how the Rabbits were. But no, we got the job done, mate. And I think there's only pretty much one name you could really put down for the 3 points, and that was Ronaldo Mulitalo. Just
100%.
the try assist and the tries, mate. It's just he's actually knuckled down this year and focusing on his game.
I've never been the hugest of fans of Ronaldo Mortallo, but I think this year he's starting to change me a little bit. He actually looks, it looks a little bit more like a footballer, like you said. Try assists as well as just catch and put the ball down. A lot of good running out of his own end. He's going really good. So yeah, I gave him the 3 points.
Absolutely.
We've said before, and I want to bring this up just now. Hines in the Dally M's, the official Dally M's, getting a lot of points and been a bit of talk this week, bit of controversy around if the Sharks win or if the Sharks go okay, Hines gets the automatic points. I gave him 1 point, but I sort of struggled on who to give my 1 point to, and I think I probably fell into the trap of like, I'll just give him the 1. I had Hawkins as my 2 because I think he's going really good, but yeah, what do you reckon about Hines getting points in the Dally M's?
Oh, well, and I said that. I said that from the start when he struggled to poll for us boys at the start of the year. I said it's one of them things. It's like if we win, it's Hines, even though it's not Hines. But I gave him the 2
He's not
points.
even in our top 10.
No,
Right, for our one.
Yeah. I think he's sort of only probably got 7 points. I reckon I'll probably chuck out there maybe.
Off us,
So
yeah,
I
think so.
For us. But yeah, I think it's just what I feel like he's a Kalen Ponga as well. If Knights win, Kalen Ponga's going to get
Yeah,
3
you're
points.
probably right. You're probably
what
right.
I mean? Even though he's been doing a bit more this year, but to that basis of
I actually prefer Hines when he's not being flashy. Like not when he goes missing. Trimble's been doing heaps.
Trimble did all the work last week, sorry.
I was actually surprised he did all the kicking. for what I watched, every time I saw the last, which I thought, I don't know, was that Heinz's job? A little bit more of Heinz's job, or not really?
Well, I think they probably want to get Trindle more involved,
Yeah,
and just let Hines maybe just try and do his thing.
Yeah.
But look, if we keep winning, I don't care
absolutely.
who's kicking, who's doing all of it.
That's fair. That's fair. I like it. 4 o'clock game out at Campbelltown on Sunday. I went out there. I was sitting on the hill. It was packed. I almost didn't get a spot. And there was a lot of
was
people
the first.
standing in front of me that didn't get a spot. And myself and Uncle Brian had to politely say, "Hey guys, are you going to find somewhere else to stand? Because unfortunately you're in our way." We were very polite to the members out there.
We had first sold out game at Campbelltown Stadium for the Tigers since 2009.
Although I saw a lot of empty seats on the coverage, on the TV coverage.
I did see that. It's
the hill was
it's
sold out.
what happens. Yeah, it's amazing what happens when a team wins 2 games. They all come out of get all the dust out of their jerseys and come
Absolutely.
to a game. Now that they've lost 2 in a row, they probably go back to 3,000 a game now, I reckon.
A lot of jerseys coming straight out of the packaging I saw as I was walking into the stadium. Yeah, buying them from the merch tent and unwrapping them fresh.
They've got the bandwagon on the back of them.
Yes, they did. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Plover. Pretty good game, 24-12. Dragons played pretty solid. Was nothing special, but I didn't think the Tigers played too bad. But yeah, I gave my 3 points to Lomax. I'm really upset that he's leaving because he's actually been playing really well on the wing. He's been doing some hard work. But anyway, whatever.
Well, I think he got my 3 points as well this week.
Yeah, he's going good. Signed from 2025 for 4 years, I think it was, at the Eels.
Yeah, 2.6 for 4 years. So
what does that work out to be? 650?
Yeah, I think it's roughly 650. Yeah.
So he's dropping 150K a season, and I think he also had some clauses in there to go up and up and up. Well, I think he's on about 600 at the moment. He goes to 650, 7, 8 over the next couple of years.
Yep.
There goes my fishing rod. Do you reckon that's the right decision for him?
I think so. I don't think the decision to leave was solely down to Flanagan. I think it's things that have gone on past years, and maybe playing on the wing. He doesn't see himself playing on the wing, but I feel like at that time you go, you know what? If I'm in the team, I'm in the team. But yeah, I think it's probably more of a board situation. I think they've sort of maybe had enough of him as well.
Well, it was interesting that as soon as he put in for a release, he was allowed to go. Whereas Ben Hunt was stopped. Who was it last year? I think it was like Moses Sully and Jack Bird or whatever. They were stopped. Tyrell Sloan, sorry, was stopped. I don't necessarily want to see him go, but I think you're right. I think for him, he probably needs a change. He probably needs a new system. He needs new colours. He needs new blokes around him where he's the new guy because he's been there since he was a kid. Like he's just come up through the ranks, and I think I hope that he sort of realises that his shit does stink. That he's not just God's gift and then he can't just do whatever he wants. So I think if he goes to a new club, he'll have to conform, he'll have to get into the system, have to actually play to get into the side. He's only been dropped once in his life at the Dragons. So I actually think it might not be too bad of an idea for him. But anyway, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, only time will tell if it really works out, isn't it?
You just hope that he does get named at centre. Otherwise, he might throw his dummy out of the cot again. Anyway,
we'll see how he goes this week, eh?
Yes, well, he's back into the centres. That's true. And then the last game, Raiders 21 over the Titans 20 in extra time. Bit of controversy around the penalties and whatnot in that game, but I'm not going to read too much into that.
And Ricky Stewart get into each other in the press conferences there. I don't mind it.
What did Ricky say? Something about Des is on another planet.
I think it was a bit more. I think if he effing thinks
Yeah,
blah blah
that's
blah.
it.
They got a
Yeah,
card done by or whatever. That's
yeah.
yeah.
Typical,
So
typical sticky. I gave James Schiller the 3 points. He's pretty good. He's been going pretty good for a rookie.
yeah, I'm the same, mate. Double, another one, and then he's actually signed with the Newcastle Knights
Got an
yesterday.
extension.
Since
Yep, yep.
so he's off to the Knights in 2025 for 2-3 years. So there you go.
What? Hang on. I thought he got an extension. James Schiller over to the Knights.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
who got an
For next
extension?
year.
Oh, Ethan Strange got an extension. Sorry, in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Sorry. My
I was
bad.
going to say, I'm like pretty sure people were saying Newcastle.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, that might not be too bad for Newcastle. That might be pretty good.
100%.
Yeah. In between last week and this week, mate, we've obviously had the Masters too. Do you want to talk about the Masters?
Well, did you want to do that, or did you want to drop the big announcement?
Oh yeah, let's do our other golf thing. Go on, you do. You go. You're the man that said it. I was like, I'll preface this with H has been doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the podcast this year, Battlers. A lot of the behind the scenes, a lot of the stuff that goes on is due to H Moore just doing his best. And H come up with a really good idea the other day. And what have you been able to get for us, H?
Obviously, sort of, we've been talking about how we sort of Liv's been coming up. We've always talked about Liv, and we've sort of, like you said, mate, we do want to go into more interviews with sports people and trying to connect. And obviously, it's very hard when you sort of don't have easy access to people or
Yeah.
teams, and sort of we're still a small body. But I just went, you know what? We've actually had interactions with this player before, sort of when we tagged him and his team in things. He's loved them, and sort of I think just sort of replied and stuff like that. So I
Responded to
went,
some story stuff as well. Yep, back and
yeah,
forth. Yep.
exactly. So I just went to Joel, mate. I've written this to this person. Do your teacher thing and
Edit
reword
it.
a little bit, edit. But we are very happy to announce that we have got Richard Bland from Cleeks GC on the pod. I think we're going to be talking to him Monday, so hopefully we can get that out Tuesday. We'll get it out Tuesday, and
Yep.
then so yeah, it was a pretty big get. He top 25 last year for Liv, currently 22nd. I think he's probably the player in form for Cleeks GC as well, so it's good.
Absolutely. Look him up. Whether you're a golfer or not, look him up. Go onto the Live website, look up Richard Bland. He's been playing golf for a long time. He's played on the European tour for a number of years, and then he's come over to Live. He's been playing pretty good. We were just talking before. He's had a bit of a resurgence in the last couple of years coming on to Live. So yeah, so we've lined up. We're going to do an interview with him next week, and we'll drop that as a
Very
special.
excited.
But yeah, so we're pretty excited. But I'm very proud of H Moore for doing his thing. He's working very hard, Battlers. And if you see him out and about, make sure you give him a pat on the back or send him a message.
Like we say, we go, you know what? At the end of the day, we can send a message to people. If they don't reply and say no, it absolutely doesn't affect us. We'll keep doing what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And when people say yes, then absolutely we're going to ride them until the sun.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how this one goes. Obviously it'll be our first interview, but we're pretty confident. We've got some stuff lined up. If there's anyone that you think, if there's anyone you think we should try and chase, no matter the sport, no matter who they are, whatever. Obviously the Olympics are coming up this year, so we're looking to maybe we could branch out to a few other sports or whatever. Let us know who should we chase? Who do you want to hear from? We'll do the running. We don't care.
you tell us, and we'll send a message, and we'll tell you if it's yes or no.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Hit us,
absolutely.
Battlers. Give us someone.
I've then got a couple more ideas. I've probably got a pitch to Joel and Shane. But yeah, we'll try our best. But yeah, very excited to announce Richard Bland on the potty on Monday night.
On the special next
That's
week.
good.
There you go.
100%.
How good. He wasn't at the Masters, but that's okay. We'll talk Masters. One bloke, pretty much went 3 from 3 in his tips last week, H, for the Masters.
I'll go 2 from 2 and
a real close.
A well done on.
And a pretty close. Scotty Scheffler is freaking so good at the moment.
I think that's 3 wins in the last 4 tournaments. I think he went back to back on the Players, then the Arnold Palmer, and then I think he didn't do too much in the Valero, and then obviously winning the Masters. He's the second quickest to actually get 2 green jackets as well.
Yeah. Yep. Because I think it's only obviously 2 years, but when did he debut in the Masters? Only about 6 years ago or 5 years ago, I think it was.
I think it's 2 in 5 years, and the quickest is 2 in 3.
Yeah. When he went world number 1, I think both of us were discussing, like, Scotty Scheffler, world number 1, like, piss off. Who's this bloke? How is he, the best in the world at the moment? Pardon me. Mate, he is a world number 1. He's really, he's done the hard work in the last couple of years. I think he's only about 27, 28 year old.
Yeah, young.
Like, youngish. Mate, he's just a step above everyone else at the moment. He went out there and just grinded away. I got really excited about Bryson in that first round, 7 under. I'm going, yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm back on the Bryson train, by the way. I haven't officially said it, but I am. But like, I thought, here we go, Bryson goes. No, he crumbled. He didn't hole a putt for 3 more rounds.
And he said that, he goes, and he came out and goes, obviously I'm glad I played that very well in the Masters. But he goes, if some of them putts happened at different times, he goes, it would have been a completely different story in the round 2, 3, and 4.
But like, Scotty just kept chipping away, just made his pars, made plenty of bogeys too, but just chipped away. Everyone else around him fell away. There was doubles and triples and quads out there.
Yeah.
He just, no worries.
When someone got close to him, they made a double, and then he'd go out and go, right, next hole I'll make a birdie, push that lead out to more.
But that, right? He didn't just, like, the way I was watching, and obviously you don't know what's going on inside their head, but every time, like, Ludwig Garber get up close, or who else was in the mix there? Maxi Homer. Every time they get up close, he makes another birdie. Freaking hell.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, Maxi makes double, and Scotty, I think at that time, Scotty had maybe gone like bogey, but then he went birdie, par birdie or whatever. And I'm like, he's still putting the foot down. Like, he doesn't want to just go, I can have a bogey, let's make some pars. He still just wants to put the foot down. He wants to win by 20. Like, he doesn't, it's crazy.
And Colin obviously was pretty close to him, and he was close. Colin. And then he fell off before everyone. He made a double.
He had 2 doubles, I think.
Bogey, double. Like, he just complete, and he switched putters from round 1 to round 2 as well. I think he went from a blade to a mallet. Colin Morikawa, he switched putters. He goes, he couldn't hold a putt in round 1, so he switched putters in round 2, and then did the massive round in that one, and then
duck into the TaylorMade truck and go, mate, give me a spider.
When they said, oh, is this the first thing? He goes, oh, I sometimes do it all the time. He goes, I probably do it every week in a tournament. I'm going, what? How don't you have like a putt, like a solid, like a putter? You know what I mean? Like, crazy.
That's weird. Augusta just looks terrifying, if I'm honest.
They say, like, even I've heard people that go there for the first time, they go, oh, it's a brutal walk. Like, if you're not ready,
there's heaps of slopes too. I think
they said, it's deceiving on TV.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of the camera angles, it looks like it doesn't look that bad. And then you listen to like what the players are hitting and stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, like that must be really uphill or really downhill. The one that gets me is the dog leg left. The fairway is just like this. You hit it on, and it's just like this. The ball is like a foot above your feet, and I'm like, you know
Is that
what?
the whole? Is
I
that
think
the
it's
whole
like
when
13th or something
Phil Mickelson did that shot
out of the trees.
out of the trees and put it on
I
the
think so.
green?
Think so.
I think that is
But it's
13.
like,
Yeah, that's just as you said, down and then up.
yeah. But like that for me just highlights how hard this golf course is, because like if that's Picton or Camden, they do not make the fairway look like that, because it is like it's unachievable for the average golfer on a whatever day of the week, right? Because if you hit the fairway, you're then actually punished because you've got the ball so far above your feet. You're almost like bending over backwards. But like that is just the golf course out of Augusta, and it's like bad luck. You've got to hit that. We know that this is so hard, and you have to hit that. Like the greens, a couple of times they were hitting on, and it was just bouncing straight off. And I'm like,
Well,
these guys are the best of the best, and they can't even hold a green.
but they did say they left them firm for round 2, and they said they came out and said that was a mistake, and they really watered them in between rounds 2 and 3 to make it a bit softer. So I
Yeah.
think they sort of, because obviously they want to make it a lower, like they want people to score, because people aren't going to watch it if it's a 6-under win. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
will. I love it.
I'll watch it all the time, but to get more people into it, you've got to make it a bit more of a
That's true.
sort of
You want
scores.
to see like DJ had the other year where he shoots 20 under. You want to see that every now and again. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was probably for me. That was one of my favorite Masters to watch in recent years.
Yeah,
In
I didn't mind
the
it.
last 5 or so, I really liked watching it.
Yeah, I did like. Well, I liked Scotty's first one in 2021. That was a
21, yeah.
pretty good one, because that was close as well. And obviously last year was pretty good as well. But nah,
It was
good.
good. It was just tight at the top. It was good.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, look, I picked the winner. I picked Tommy Fleetwood, top 10, and I did say 10 under, 11
10
under.
to 12, I
Jeez,
think you
shoot.
said.
I think I said 10 to 12. So
And then yeah.
I was pretty much right on it, 3 from 3. And did you get any of your tips?
Yeah, I got Xander top 10.
Ah, true. He come good in the last round, didn't he?
Yeah, obviously I did John Rahmy stinker.
No good.
And then I said minus 16, so I wasn't like ridiculous. I
Yeah, I
think
think you're a long way off.
if round 2 wasn't as hard, I think
That's
it would
true.
have been
There probably would have
near
been a
14.
few. Yeah.
So
Yeah. But you
but
just didn't get it right. And I got a little bit closer than you. So look, winners win and losers lose. So just is what
yeah,
it is, isn't it?
maybe stick to golfing tips, not NRL tips, eh?
I'll tell you what, next time I'm going to put some serious amounts of cash on.
It would have been nice to put $10 on Scotty, $10 on Tommy. I think
Well, Scotty was paying $6. Tommy for a top
Would have been paying,
10.
he would have been paying 4 or 5.
Yeah, I was going to say even more. Might have been even closer to 10s. Put that in a multi. Like, hello.
$10.
But I didn't. So it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
You know, winners win and losers lose. But anyway, do you want to look at this week for the footy?
100%, mate. Well, currently at the time of recording, it is half time between the Sydney Roosters and the Melbourne Storm, with the Storm winning 12-6, with Jerome Hughes, Ellie Katoa scoring for the Storm, and
Ellie
Michael
Katoa,
Jennings.
I tipped him at the start of the year that he was going to have a good year. He scored a couple of tries this year already. Mate, I really like him. I think if I don't know what his contract looks like, but if any other team can pick him up, that is a
I think they
massive.
signed him last year. I think they
So
got
he's
him.
probably got a couple of years
And
left.
I said it when he went from the Warriors to Storm. I said that's a good pickup. Like he just needs. Um,
He's just reading the message that just came through. I heard it. Bing.
sorry.
Got distracted.
Of just like if he knuckles down and the Storm system's the best for that, get the best out of these
Sean
sort of
Blore.
people that
Sean Blore, the same.
Mhm.
Come from the
Yep.
Tigers. Scored a try last week. Like he's going good.
Yeah,
Something about the Storm. They just know how to get it done.
100%.
I've tipped them to win tonight.
I did tip. I tipped the Storm.
I think by
I
6.
think I did by. Oh, jeez.
Hey, we often do the first tip of the week the same.
Yeah,
6 or 8.
surprisingly.
I might have gone 8.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Anyway. But nah. All right. Well, moving on, mate, to the first game of the Friday night, your Dragons versus Warriors. How do you see this going off? Obviously, good win last week.
Yeah, look, I did my tips earlier in the week. I tipped the Dragons. I'm one of the few blokes that will tip against my team. I'm probably leaning more towards the Warriors. Look, they beat the
It all
Tigers.
depends. It just depends what Dragon team turns up.
Yeah. Look, it's down to Wollongong. I don't think the Dragons have a home ground advantage. It doesn't matter where the Dragons play. They could be playing friggin' in Zach Lomax's backyard and still lose. Like, yeah.
I did see. I was meant to write them down. For the random stats guy. Shout out
He's
to
good.
him, mate.
He's very good.
He's very, very good. Where was it? The Warriors have won the last 2 games down in Wollongong, and obviously they wouldn't play there often.
Yeah.
So that's obviously a little bit of a stat. But,
Well, wins at this venue, 15% for the Warriors. And the Dragons have won 24 to the Warriors 12 in their history since 1998. But look, in the last 2 games that the Warriors and the Dragons have played, the Warriors have won both of them in 2023. So look, I'm leaning more towards the Warriors.
Yeah, I've gone the Warriors.
And I've got 3 Warriors in my Supercoach team, so I kind of don't mind if they score heaps of points.
Well, I'll go 1 to 12 Warriors. I just don't know. I think they get the job done, but we'll see what happens. Then, mate, moving on to the second game of Friday night, the Parramatta Eels versus Dolphins. I'm pretty sure this is Darwin.
Yep. TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Yeah, there we go. I think with the hammer being out still for 6 to 8 weeks, I think Parramatta winning last week against the Cowboys helped them, and I think they just win.
Yep.
Don't know how much. I just think they win. Not too much to say. Pretty much.
I agree.
Mate, moving on to the first game of Super Saturday, Penrith Panthers versus the West Tigers. This time last year, the Tigers got their first win against the Panthers.
Right. Was that like the first time that the Panthers had? Did the Tigers break their streak? They had a serious streak going on. I'm pretty sure the Tigers beat them.
Yeah, I think I might have stretched the wins, but still no Nathan Cleary for the Penrith Panthers, but I don't think that changes things. I think Penrith win and might do it easy.
Comfortably. The Tigers didn't look good enough for me last week. I think Lockie Galvin back, Bud Sullivan has been dropped altogether, which is probably fair. He's struggling at the Tigers, really struggling. That one's out of Bathurst. I'm tipping Panthers by heaps.
Yeah.
Whatever the line is, double it.
There you go.
That's pretty rude. Sorry, Tigers fans. I really like you guys. I am actually anyway, moving on.
Mate, in the second game, Super Saturday, Gold Coast Titans versus Manly Seagulls. I think this is going to be the first upset of the round. I think the Titans are going to get their first win.
Oh, okay, nice.
So I really wish I wrote down these stats because he had some good ones. They don't Manly have lost the last 3 meetings, I'm pretty sure, at Gold Coast.
Okay.
And Desi is 10 from 14 against coaching against his old club.
Ooh. Okay.
So
Sea Eagles also lost to the Dragons on the as an away team 5:30 Saturday slot only a few weeks ago on Easter. So there you go. You could add that. I've got that little stat. Yeah,
so
look,
yeah,
I've tipped the Sea Eagles, but I wouldn't be surprised to get that one wrong and the Titans win. I'm gonna
mate,
stay with the Sea Eagles though.
I'm shifting. I'm tipping the Titans.
Okay, he's gonna make the
I'm going
move.
with it.
Are you
I'm going to
clicking
make
the
the
button
move.
right now? You're gonna do it right now?
It's already done, actually. Already done. I
Okay,
did it.
nice.
So I've got to stick to my guns and go just because I know if I switch to Manly and then Titans win, I'll
You'll be
lose
filthy.
it.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Like last week, I said I'll tip the Dragons, and somehow I tipped the Tigers. And I
that's
was
dumb.
talking about it.
That's dumb.
Absolutely. And then closing out Super Saturday with the Brisbane Broncos versus the Canberra Raiders up at Suncorp. Obviously, Seal, no Reynolds, Haas, some of the other boys. But I still think Brisbane can get the job done up at Brisbane.
Yeah, I think Brisbane is still strong enough. Those outs, whilst they are considerable, they're not big enough for them to lose for me.
No. All right, mate. Then moving on to the first game of Sunday, Bulldogs versus Newcastle Knights, 2 p.m. out at Core Stadium. Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. Ponga's a bit of an under injury cloud, I reckon, with the hip pointer, but they said he will play but won't kick. So won't kick goals. But I don't think that changes too much for me. Oh,
I'd previously I've put the Dogs, but I'm gonna switch that right now because
yeah, I think
I actually
Newcastle
like
plus 6 for myself
Bulldogs.
there.
Bulldogs on the ESPN tipping app are 51% to Newcastle 49%.
Yeah, I did find that interesting.
All right,
I can't trust them. I know they've had 2 good weeks, but
yeah.
don't know.
But I think I put those in on Tuesday off the back of like the Bulldogs sort of standing up to the Storm, but and the
Yeah,
Knights
okay.
losing to the Chooks. Maybe I'll switch back. I don't know. No, I'll probably stay with the Knights.
Sorry.
Real good. We're an
Yeah,
audio platform. We need noise.
yeah, sorry.
Mate's just coughing in the background.
And then moving on to the last game, Micronized Sharks versus North Queensland Cowboys at 4 o'clock out at Shark Park or PointsBet Stadium. Mate, my Sharkies top of the league, or top of the ladder, sorry.
Yes, I was going to
Um,
bring that up. I'm surprised you
it's
didn't bring it up right at the start.
I do even have a stat, mate. It's the first time we've been leading the comp since round 21 in 2016. And we all know what happened that year, but it's round 6.
Didn't lead the comp
Not
until
for me.
round 21 back then, though. That's late in the game. That's late in
Well,
the year.
no, it was last time. Last time we're back on top. We're on top
Oh, you're
for
on top for a lot of it. Sorry. Yep. I see what
because
you're
yeah,
saying.
we went through the 16. We had a 16 win streak,
Yes. Okay.
through to the Titans, and then we went downhill a little bit. But we haven't been back on top
Sorry.
since then.
Misheard you. Sorry.
Yeah, but
I think this could be an upset. This is my upset for the round if there is one. I've still tipped the Sharkies, but I'm expecting that they may struggle. It would be typical of the Sharks to lose to the Cows. That's all.
well, if it was a finals game, I would say yes. But we've beaten the Cowboys in the last 9 straight regular season games.
Have you really?
In the
Says
regular
who?
games. So it's a stat guy, unless
Says,
he's absolutely blundered me. So
yeah, Cowboys
yeah,
have only won 30% at PointsBet.
so
Lost the
2022
yeah, okay.
was finals. That was a final.
Yep.
And then you go through it all, mate. And we haven't lost to them in a long time. Last time we last tour was in 2018. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Streak's got to end
11.
eventually.
And it's not ending this week, brother. My Sharkies will win.
1 to 12 or 13 plus?
1 to 6.
1 to 6. Okay.
1 to
Look that one
yeah,
up. Yeah, nice.
definitely.
And
And
the
then,
Bunnies are much needed 2 points with the bye.
yeah,
Gets them off the bottom of the ladder, does it? Yeah, it does.
it should. Only,
Bunnies.
oh, yeah, they'll move up 2 positions. But then Newcastle and Canterbury will go above them. And the Titans could go, oh no, Titans will stay last.
Well, Titans got to win this week to. Oh, yeah. Well, they'll be equal last, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll stay at the bottom.
Geez, Dragons could drop down into 15 if they lose this week. And the Knights, oh no, they go to 14th because Knights and the Dogs playing each other. Anyway, disregard that.
But yeah, so then you go. There's a little quick round seven preview, mate. Currently it is 85 minutes into the second half and it's still 12-6 to the Melbourne Storm.
Did you make any Supercoach trades this week?
Did, mate. I've got rid of the hammer for DWZ. I think
In fullback position or in centre wing?
in centre wing. I think
Okay.
Dragons left edge is weak with Suoliti and Ravawala. I think they'll definitely charge back as well. They'll go down that right hand side like they did last week. And then also I brought in Angus Crichton from the Roosters, mate, for
Yeah.
Ben Trbojevic.
How's he going
He's
right
out
now?
injured. Last time I looked, he was on 35 points. So if he can get 60 points, I'll be pretty happy with
Yep.
that.
Are you playing him tonight? Yep.
Yeah, playing him. Yeah, playing him tonight.
Okay. I need Terrell May to score some points.
Unfortunately, yeah, he's been coming on the bench.
He scored 86 last week and I didn't play him.
Yeah,
So I put him onto the
but,
bench because he wasn't scoring very well. But anyway.
there you go, mate. What about you? Did you
Yeah, done a little bit of a shake up. I've flicked Tommy
got
Dearden.
last week out of your cobwebs
yeah.
without changing?
So last week forgot. So I've had to make 2 trades because of last week. So I've got rid of James Tedesco. His BE was way too high. I got rid of Dom Young. Obviously he's out for a little bit. So they're gone bang bang. And I also sold Tommy Dearden to make a bit of room. So I put Ethan Strange into the 5'8".
You just said Tommy Dearden twice.
Did I? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Tommy
I
Young.
sold him twice. It felt really good. I put Ethan Strange in a Tommy spot. So I'm running Ethan Strange and Lockie Galvin in the 5'8" position. So then I've brought Dylan Edwards and Charles Nickel-Clockstad into the fullback positions. And then brought in young gun James Schiller into the centre wing. So I think that's going to go okay. I've got a fair few Warriors and a fair few Panthers in my side at the moment. So, look, they'll probably score quite well this week and in the coming weeks. I had a look at the draw. Yeah, we'll be right. A few more trades next week. I've got 36 left. Might burn through 3 more next week.
Mate, I got 34 with 2 boosts remaining. So
Can't see how many boosts I got left.
go to team.
How many boosts do you get? Do you get 5?
You get 5, yeah.
I might have already used 2.
But good thing is, mate, in the overall ranking down the middle, mate, I've jumped up a bit. I mean, fourth overall in our comp, just only 300 points behind Damo. But
Jesus, I'm nearly coming last. I was sitting in 4th or 5th a couple of weeks ago.
oh, you're in 10th.
Am I? Oh, maybe I'm only looking at this week. Sorry.
Yeah, this week, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
But no. So That's right. Yeah, it's live leaderboard. Damo, Liam, Rowan, myself, Brock.
Geez, I'm 600 points
Yeah.
behind. I got to do some work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that is live scoring, so obviously depending
Yeah,
on how many
still.
people you've got playing.
I'm
But,
only on 18 points.
Yeah, I'm only on
Yeah.
56, so all good. Even when we said that, I'll quickly get the tipping up for us as well. I think Corey is still winning it by 1 point. No, sorry. Corey and Paul C are tied on 34 points. Then you got Rocking Horse Rate on 33. Then you got two of the boys, Shane and another bloke on 32. Then you got Baden. Then JT, my brother, Chippo Eagles on 30. Then I'm just sticking in there.
More rounding out the
29.
top 10. We don't have
Yeah.
to go any further than that. I'm right down the bottom somewhere. God damn.
And just remember, fans, get your tips in. Last people that are coming, the last five are not haven't done their tips for a little bit. I'll give you another 2 weeks. If not, I'm just going to boot you because there's just no point.
Just leave them there. Let them come last. No,
Oh,
no prize for last, was there? I don't think we said that there would be a prize for last. I think
should be
prize.
giving us money, I reckon.
Well, next year maybe we'll make it a paid comp.
I think so. I think we
There you
might
go.
move to that little thing there.
Anyway, all right, beautiful. So this weekend we got the footy. We're getting ready for Live Adelaide next week. We're going to talk to Rich Bland on Monday. Let us know who else you think we should get, and that's about it. Go the Dragons.
Go the Sharks.
Upset.